I feel like this is definitely not the first time that something like this has happened in the gaming world on like the whole YouTube space, where companies and, you know, these big corporate people take over these, like, you know, passionate gaming entities, and they just think that they know how to run things, and then it just goes to shit. And that's exactly what's happened with the Escapists. Now, if you don't know who the Escapists are, it first started off as like a gaming website, and the website at this point in time is still up, but they branched out into, like, you know, doing more video content. And that is what really made them popular, especially with their series, Zero Puncuation, which, mind you, which we're going to talk about even fucking more, which is the main reason of this video, has been running since 2007. 2007. It's originally started on their website, and it obviously made its way onto YouTube, and it became an extremely popular part of the Escapists. It was basically their identity, was that. And unfortunately, the other day, the head editor of the Escapists was actually fired. And so he made out a tweet a couple days ago, well, actually 3 days ago, and now by the time that this video goes out, saying that I was fired from the Escapists today. I've declined my severance pay and will not be signing an NDA. NDA means that he doesn't have to disclose anything, so he can come out and just say whatever he wants about the whole entire situation to the public, which I'm glad that he has. I'm incredibly proud of everything my team and I have achieved over the last 4 years and the community that we built together, figuring out new steps now and moving forward. And then he replied to his tweet, and then he also, he replied a couple times saying, I was let go for not achieving goals that were never properly set out for us, and lack of understanding of our audience and the team that built that audience. I've watched many colleagues let go for the same reasons, and today was my day. Oh yeah, I was locked out of my email while I was being fired, so I want to get in touch / stay in touch, and then he puts his email there as well. So this is just extremely stupid of the reasons that he was firing, and it's very apparent that the people who are running the Escapists don't know and aren't in touch with their actual audience, and don't really know how to set proper goals for the company, because they don't understand that. Because you get people like the guy who does Zero Puncuation, who's been there since 2007. I reckon that they've just set out some absolutely ridiculous goals for him and for the whole entire team, and instead of sitting down with him and saying, like, listen, you know, maybe our goals are a bit unrealistic, let's try and change them, what do you think? They just straight up fucking got rid of him. And the fact that he wasn't even allowed to, like, you know, say his goodbyes or anything like that, they just locked him out of his email and kicked him out of the fucking company like he was literally nothing, and like they made it out like he did something so fucking bad. Like, that's just absolutely fucking ridiculous. And then obviously after this come out, this was just basically, this was like the first domino. And then after that, everyone in the fucking company just started leaving. People that were working under him, people that are working with him. And obviously the big one, and the reason why that I'm making this video, is Yahtzee. Yahtzee is the guy who created Zero Puncuation, has been running the fucking web series and the video series, YouTube series, whatever it is, however you view it, has been running it since 2007, and he has now left the company. He made a tweet saying, like, pretty much almost, you know, pretty much the next fucking, the same exact day as well, that, you know, he got fired literally 3 hours later, saying that today I formally resigned from the Escapists and Gamers, which I'm guessing is like the parent company of the Escapists, saying that he doesn't have any rights to Zero Puncuation, but whatever happens, you'll be hearing my voice again soon. In a new place, join the Discord for updates, and then he puts a Discord link there as well. Also following this, Yahtzee also, and the lead editor Nick also announced that they are actually making a new YouTube channel called Second Wind. They've also launched a Patreon for that, so if you're a massive fan of, you know, the people who actually run the Escapists, not the corporate bastards, but the people who actually make the content themselves, if you actually enjoyed them, then I recommend go and support Second Wind, subscribe to them, or if you want to support them even more, definitely go hit up on their Patreon, because, you know, it's all now just, you know, them running it themselves instead of, you know, being under corporate. The firing of Nick for those reasons was the dumbest idea that the Escapists could have fucking made, because without Zero Puncuation, the Escapists is nothing. Honestly, like maybe their website is somewhat good, but I went onto their YouTube channel and I filtered it by their most popular videos, and I scrolled down trying to find a video that the first video that was not zero punctuation, and it took me so fucking long just to try and find a video. And when I finally did, it was like, welcome to the Escapists, like this is who we are, which I'm guessing that at some point, because it's not now, but at some point that was like their home video. When you click on their video for YouTube, that is what would come up. So it just goes to show that, you know, Yahtzee and zero punctuation have been the forefront of the Escapists this whole entire fucking time. Now, one thing that I can definitely see happening, because corporate places do this all the time, and I'm going to bring up a couple of examples in a second, but I could definitely see that the people who run the Escapists try to replace Yahtzee and still try to run zero punctuation, because it's happened in the past. Machinima would have to be one that comes to my front of mind. Like the front of my mind, the first thing is when I think of is Machinima, because like back in the day, Machinima and Inside Gaming were massive. Inside Gaming at one point was the reason why everyone clicked on Machinima. Now at one point, Machinima did have a lot of good content coming out of them, and it was just literally run by terrible fucking people and brought into the ground by the people who ran that company. And Inside Gaming, you know, when Machinima was starting to go downhill, Inside Gaming at one point was keeping them alive. Inside Gaming was fucking amazing. You know, Adam Kovic and Bruce Green, you know, them two, and I can't remember Ali and her husband as well, who is still in Funhouse. I can't fucking remember his name. Oh god, it's on top of my tongue. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't fucking remember. And like those guys were the reason why Machinima was like still somewhat there. And then once they left, you know, they obviously didn't have the rights to Inside Gaming, but they just replaced them. But no one watched it, because it's not necessarily like the name of the reason why people watch it. It's the people who are in it are the reasons why people watch it. You can literally have the same exact fucking name, replace that person, but it won't be the fucking same. Just because it's called zero punctuation doesn't mean it will be zero punctuation. You know, I really hope that, you know, Yahtzee continues, you know, his review series, which I'm guessing he will be on Second Win. One thing that I'm shouted about is that they probably won't be able to keep like the animation style. And if you haven't seen the animation style, it's fucking iconic. Like I'm 100% sure that if you've never even watched zero punctuation or don't even heard about it, you've 100% seen like the animation style. You've definitely seen zero punctuation, like that animation, a clip, or just, you know, him sitting behind the desk. You've 100% seen it somewhere. If you like in the gaming realm or you're on the internet a lot, you definitely would have seen it somewhere, like here and there, even if you've just like scrolled past it on fucking Twitter, Reddit, or whatever the hell it may be. So it is so iconic, and I hope that he's able to keep that animation style and bring it over. Might have to obviously call it something different, because zero punctuation, you know, definitely been copyrighted, and the Escapists, you know, that company still owns the rights to that name. But I really hope that they actually do well in their new ventures, and I hope that the Escapists fucking crash and burn. I honestly fucking do, because I hate when you see corporate people who really don't really know how to run something like that. Like they might know how to run like just the general business, but when it comes to, you know, YouTube and reaching like a gaming world and that certain audience, it's completely different. It's completely different than just running like an insurance company. Like it's completely fucking different. You got to know your audience, and the people who are actually editing the videos and making the content themselves are the ones who know their audience, and you have to listen to them. And that's why if companies succeed, are the ones who listen to the people who are creating the content for their audience, because the ones that are creating the content for the audience are the ones who understand the audience the most, and the ones that are listening to the audience. So they are the ones who know the most. They are the ones in the fucking middle where they communicate with the audience, and then they should communicate with corporate. You know, it should all link together, not corporate just say do this, and then they're like, oh wait, but this is not how. Well, nah, too bad. You got to have fluent communication between all. The audience should be able to communicate with the content creators. Content creators should be able to communicate with the audience. The content creators should be able to communicate with like corporate. Corporate should be able to communicate with the content creators. It should flow. that is how it should fucking work, and it obviously has not fucking worked properly, and it is shown that, and it's just fucking stupid. Like I said, I hope that they do fucking well. I really do, but it's shattering for them, you know, that they have to move away from zero punctuation. You know, I'd honestly feel like Yahtzee, because like I said, he's been doing this since 2007, and it's been extremely fucking successful. This is a large part of his life. This is a large part of a lot of people's lives. 16 fucking years is a long time to be running a weekly web series where he reviews games, and the animation style for it is fucking amazing. Like I said, it's iconic as fuck. It's extremely iconic, and it's just sad to see that it's ended like this. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this whole situation. You know, how do you feel about this? About, you know, the Escapist, you know, you know, letting people go for these stupid, unrealistic goals, and you know, will you be following Yahtzee and the rest of the crew to Second Wind, see how they go? You know, I'm definitely going to keep an eye out to see when they release like their first new zero punctuation, because I'm very curious to see how it goes and like what's new about it. So yeah, that's it from me. Let me know what you guys think. Peace out.